the Super Bowl. See, they don't understand the relationship. They was trying to get him to do the Super Bowl without me.
Wasn't happening.
And that's not, it's okay for them, the award shows, not to give me the trophies. Even Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys. Since prior to that, one. That came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. We give this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture.
50 Cent's been locked in tension with Jay-Z and Diddy since way back in the 90s. It all kicked off when 50 dropped How to Rob and took aim at Jay-Z, calling him an opposer. From that point on, 50 knew Jay wasn't really about that action, just a boss who used power moves behind the scenes. Word is Jay told his whole crew to drop their albums the same week as 50 just to block his shine and mess with his numbers. And let's be real, neither Jay nor did he hit billionaire status just from music. They climbed that high by stepping on everyone else trying to make it.
You know, I remember one time walking in the studio, Bleak Beans, everybody was in there, and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now. Just flood it, put out a lot of music because 50 Cent is coming. And, you know, 4 months later, in the club hit and it was over. And it was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this tidal wave.
There's a huge difference in energy internationally at 50 Cent and Jay-Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records sold 5 million. You let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there. Because America can be purchased. You can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, there's not enough marketing dollars to go.
That's why I made a statement about Taylor Swift. I wish he would come take one of my awards so I could black his eye in front of everybody.
And Jay disagreed. I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
Does that bother you? Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. It's just his choice.
Why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of Jay-Z?
The public is responding to his punk presentation. It's not 50 Cent. I don't have a problem with him. Kanye would not take a trophy from me. Neither Jay-Z.
Right.
Neither one of them.
What would you have?
No, we'd have had all.
You know, I remember one time walking in the studio, Bleak Beans. Everybody was in there and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, you're better. You're got a chance right now. Just flood it. Put out a lot of music because 50 Cent is coming. And you know, for months later in the club hit and it was over. It was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this tight to wave. There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent Jay-Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something 000 copies. My largest selling record sold 5 million. You let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there cause America can be purchased. We can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world not enough marketing dollars. That's why I made a statement about Taylor Swift. I wish he would come take one of my awards so I could black his eye in front of everybody. And Jay disagrees. I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent. Does that bother you? Does it bother you? No, it doesn't bother me. It's just his choice. Why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of Jay-Z? The public is responding to his punk presentation. It's not 50 Cent. I don't have a problem with him. Kanye would not take the trophy from me. Neither Jay-Z, right? Neither one of them. What would you have? What? We had all the 50 saw right away what Jay and Diddy were doing. He saw how they tried to bring Nas down and drown out his album. The same guys who claimed that they were role models for black artists and wanted to uplift the community were trying to make sure no one else could succeed. 50 never bought Jay-Z and Diddy's story for a second. He knew there was something up having beef. Jay and Diddy came after everyone that tried to rise up. If you weren't on board the Puffy and Jay train, you weren't going to survive in the industry. Lord Jamar said the same thing about the gay mafia and hip-hop. All of the record labels worked together. And if the elites didn't like you, they were going to make sure your career never took off.
Be bigger than Jay-Z. You couldn't sell more records than Jay-Z. But all you had to do was listen to Benny Siegel. And Benny Siegel was, oh my God.
Yeah, he said that. That was the first of me actually hearing it. Like, I used to have questions like why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop. He wouldn't let me breathe. Well, back then it was physical copies. 9 times out of 10 you won't buy the Jay-Z album. I never understood that. Maliciously plot to hold me back. I don't know, man. I don't believe that. I mean, but
Jay-Z's been hating since day one. Instead of helping other black artists rise, he's been snatching away the few chances they got. Word is he even tried to block 50 Cent from hitting the stage at the Super Bowl. Petty, right? But guess who had 50's back? Eminem. M straight up called the NFL XX and told them he wasn't performing unless 50 was on that stage, too. That's real loyalty right there. And it exposed just how far Jay would go to keep others out the spotlight.
Jay-Z, right? I said to my nephew, I said, yo, listen, I have to ask him this straight up. Who is the people that's on NFL? And he said to me, and I'm sorry for anybody who don't understand. And he said, the white guy called for 50 Cent. So I said, who's the white guy? Eminem called directly for 50. And he said,
that's his guy.
He said, I can't do it if I can't bring 50 up.
But that's his guy.
Now, that was
and guess who's Dre's guy?
Your guy.
Me.
Jay-Z and Diddy same playbook, same hustle, they've been tight since the 90s, but when things got messy Jay straight up left Diddy hanging. Now rumors are swirling that Jay might have even been the one who set this whole scandal in motion. Think about it, CNN sat on that footage of Diddy putting hands on Cassie for 8 long years before dropping it out of nowhere. So, who told them to keep quiet all that time? And why is everything blowing up now? Right when Jay's trying to polish his image? The timing's way too clean to be just a coincidence.
Who was kind of like, we're done with this guy. You're not back. You're threatened to say this. Release the footage, right? So they released the footage. He comes out, issues an apology, while his lawyers accuse the government of leaking the tape. It was later admitted as evidence in his trial. Here's a video being dropped from CNN. Even though they've been sitting on it for 8 years. September 2024, book is released, Kim's Lost Words, which this book, allegedly written by Kim Porter, accused Diddy of misconduct with minors. The real author was Chris Todd, who piled the book from a mysterious flash drive.
Everybody in the industry knows Diddy got set up. That wasn't just bad luck. 1 minute he's living like royalty, getting the key to the city and running the game, and the next is being dragged off in cuffs, watching $700 million vanish overnight. Something that big doesn't happen by accident. Somebody definitely wanted him taken down.
Surprised at what things are coming out with Diddy at all, or you're like, you have no idea? It's none of my...
surprised. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip hop? Hip hop is the Wild West.
You think he's being targeted, or some of the stuff he's got, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and raiding his Miami home, his LA home?
I believe he's being targeted. Somebody, has the power to pull the trigger to make, this stuff, this domino effect happen.
50 Cent already knew who was pulling the strings behind Diddy's downfall, and he wasn't shy about it. He straight up hinted that Jay-Z was the one gunning for Diddy and even cracked jokes about it like it was nothing.
The part with Jay. The part with Jay. I go, oh, shoot, like...
To us.
That had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you this year. Come on, bro.
It's plain as day. Jay-Z runs the industry like a puppet master. Jay's always been about the bag first, not the art. And every move he's made screams business over passion. 50 even claimed Jay's marriage to Beyoncé wasn't love. It was a contract deal for power and money. And when you look at the numbers, it kind of adds up. Before tying the knot, Jay had just 1 Grammy to his name. Now he's got 16 since marrying her. Even their kids are stacking Grammys before they've dropped a single verse. That kind of success doesn't look accidental. It looks calculated.
Jay signed his contract. The big one was with Beyonce. He got trophies. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. If you look at his career, he had 1. They're 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he's been down. Look, he had 1, bro.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely, been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce.
It's wild how Jay-Z's never seen the inside of a jail cell. He's done everything Diddy's accused of, maybe even worse. But the difference is Jay knows how to play it smart and keep quiet. Unlike Diddy, he never went on live TV confessing to anything. But Jay's messy history didn't start with Diddy. Oh no. Way back in December 1999, he was caught up in a major scandal after allegedly stabbing music executive Lance Univera at the Kit Kat Club in New York. That incident still haunts his legacy today.
You so on top of the business side of Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to just be an artist.
Yeah, I was actually forced to be an artist and a businessman because when I tried to get a deal, I couldn't get a deal. So I had to create Rockefeller Records. We actually created Rockefeller Records from nothing. And, so I was forced to know both sides of the...
Jay-Z turned himself in tonight and the cops started working on his rap sheet, accusing him of a stabbing at a trendy party. Few hours ago, police here arrested Sean. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct. Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night. Carter's attorney had this to say. He's not involved in this. No time was Jay-Z hiding from the police. And others say they've seen the dark side of Jay-Z. I have my fault. Diddy got caught up in a wild case, too. He actually shot someone. Yet somehow, just like Jay-Z, he walked away without a conviction. Fast forward to now and suddenly Diddy's the one locked up while Jay's acting brand new pretending he had no clue about any of it. Come on, that's hard to believe. You telling me one of the most powerful men in hip-hop was tight with Diddy for over 30 years and didn't know what was going on behind closed doors? Please. Even 50 Cent said the moment he met Diddy, he knew exactly what kind of man he was. And that tells you everything you need to know. I explained why I didn't hang out with him. Fluffy stuff going on. None of this was ever a secret. It's been out there for years. Everyone in the game knew about it. From Jaguar, right to Gene Deal. People who actually work side by side with Jay and Diddy. They've been spilling the truth for ages, but nobody listened. The sad part is the industry doesn't care. Not one bit. As long as the record execs keep cashing checks, they'll turn a blind eye to everything, no matter how many victims get hurt in the process. Jay-Z has now had an official lawsuit. I guess does that give you some peace to know that people are finally really questioning this man? It's emboldening me. I spoke on Piers Morgan. I said that I had 3 victims that I've been working with, victims of the Carters that were ready to come forward. He's been evading. But the thing is, everyone in the backdrop knew is Beyoncé Celebrity B. I hope to God, but she was around and she's very right now. I'm not going to dump on that woman. She knows exactly who he is. Was trafficked to death. She was an innocent baby when she came over here and look at her. 14 going on 15 years old, flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone. Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam history. Diddy's not about to let Jay-Z wipe out his legacy. He's gearing up for payback. Word on the street is he's got some major moves in motion. TMZ even reported that White House officials have confirmed talks about a possible pardon for Diddy and it could drop as soon as next week. Those whispers about a pardon have been floating around for weeks, but now it sounds like it's really happening. And just in case things don't go his way, Diddy's already filed an appeal to overturn his conviction. He's not sitting around waiting. He's fighting to walk free and take back control of his story. Sean Combs is taking the first step to appeal his conviction and prison sentence. His attorney today filed a notice of appeal. Earlier this month, the disgraced music mogul was sentenced to 4 years in prison on prostitution-related charges. His lawyers have argued the conviction should not stand because Combs lacked a financial motive for transporting male escorts. More papers detailing the arguments behind the appeal are expected to be filed. Jay-Z might have built a massive empire, but every empire eventually crumbles when the truth comes knocking. If Diddy really thinks Jay set him up, this feud could crack open secrets the hip-hop elites have been hiding for decades. The kind of secrets that could shake the whole industry. So, what do you think? Did Jay-Z really betray Diddy? Or is 50 Cent just stirring up chaos like he always does? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button for more explosive breakdowns on hip-hop's biggest power plays. See you in the next one.